What's up, guys? So today I thought we'd take a look at canteen covers. Now, I'm a bit of a collector, a bit of a hoarder, I'd say, even when it comes to canteens and canteen covers. Um, just because, what can I say? I don't know, guys. I just love them, and they're obviously a crucial piece of my kit. Um, Whenever I accessorize packs with external canteens. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to showcase some of the ones that I have. Also, because some are actually up for sale and some have already sold. So at some point or other, some of these will not be featuring anymore on the channel. And I figured I'd just immortalize the moment where I have some of these canteens, and yeah, and just show you guys basically my collection or part of it. Now, let's start with 1 quart canteens. As you can see, I've got a few specimens out there, and let's see now. Let's start from the left, I suppose. What we have, and I'm not sure if this is original Air Force issue, but it's definitely a military grade canteen cover. But I have not seen a design like this anywhere else, and at least not on the Molly 2 canteen covers. This is a completely different style. As you can see, it just has the one buckle, no adjuster or anything. This is kind of like elastic material, to really thick as well, really, burly elastic right there. And it doesn't have a cinch cord like the Molly 2 one has, or the top flap. It just has the elastic, and it's just lined with the nylon, I suppose. But yeah, I really like the material, really like the camouflage pattern, and at some stage this is going to be dyed. And the only reason I don't think this is original Air Force issue is simply because of this Made in USA tag. And that's pretty much all I could find on this pack. On this canteen cover. I don't know what brand this is, if any, but yeah, it was a pretty cool canteen cover that I purchased with a bunch of other gear in digital tiger stripe. So yeah, I guess that's for that. I suppose I can't really make this too long, otherwise it's gonna be a seriously lengthy video. So let's just keep rolling. Actually, what I have here is a canteen cover by Miltech. This is in Woodland, obviously. Has Velcro as opposed to the snap-on buttons. And the canteen that I have in here is not the one that came with this pouch. I bought this pouch by itself, and I had a canteen replica that I figured I'd make to this pouch. But the reason I want to take the replica out is because look how sneaky they've become. It says US, and it even gives you the year. A lot of those, a lot of the original ones will have something similar like that, with the US stamp. Not all of them, but a few of them might have the US stamp or the year or both. So that's a little bit of a sneaky tactic. But if you can't tell the difference between an original USGI 1 quart canteen, you can see right away the shape is different. Obviously, you'd need an original to kind of compare, unless you have you know, a great eye, and you could tell right away. I mean, I have dozens of these canteens, so I know right away that this is not an original. But just figured I'd show you guys that, hey, you know, they're getting sneaky these days. They're getting real sneaky. You could, you know, or not you, but you know, like one could pass this off as original simply because of that, and then you know, once you purchase it, you get this and you realize it's not. So again, but don't rely on seeing whether it has the date or the U.S. stamp on it, because it might not necessarily be the case that it's original. I mean, what do we have here? Okay, here it does have the year and the U.S., but there are other canteens that will not have that. Let me see. This one has it. This one just has 77 on it. See? Doesn't have the US on, or actually, my bad, it does. This one does as well, but there's a few. There's a few. Okay, I guess that kind of debunked my statement. But no, I mean there are original canteens. I'm pretty sure that don't necessarily have the stamp, the U.S. stamp, and the year that they were manufactured in. But you know, just something to keep in mind. You know, when looking around for canteens. Okay, moving on. Standard Alice, OD canteen cover, USGI, and what can I say? I just absolutely love these. I actually have way too many of these. I probably should be getting rid of some of them, but I really don't want to. Just because if I find a good deal on them, I feel like I can accessorize yet another pack with, so I just end up purchasing more. And yeah, that's that really. But yeah, I got the canteen cover. I mean, got the canteen cup in there as well, brand new. This one I'm keeping just for collectible, you know, purposes. And what do we have here? Here we have an Australian one. Now this is a funky one. In fact, we have a couple of Australian ones, and this one is obviously more used, but has really good quality Alice clips. You can tell right away because they kind of just slide in without having to, you know, bend them in. But yeah, they clip in really nicely, and the stitching at the back also resembles, you know, USGI stitching in that, you know, it's really like double, triple stitched here on the sides and in the middle, you know, really nice stitching. But I just love the camo pattern. I absolutely love it. And I bought the canteen cover, just, you know, the canteen cover by itself. And yeah, I just love it. I absolutely love it. So this is a recent purchase that I'll incorporate in one of my packs. And even though it's a little shabby, it just, oh man, I just love Oscam. What can I say, guys? And yeah, this fabric, right? So this fabric is more like nylon. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is nylon, not more like. This is nylon, and the inside as well. Again, mil-spec quality nylon, and just the standard, you know, fleece in there, which actually is more of a, not as fleecy, but you know, the soft kind of bit in there. And the reason I wanted to draw your attention to that is because there's another Oscam quart canteen pouch. And as you can see, they are different. Most notably, this one is made in canvas. And this one is brand new, obviously, unissued. And when I purchased this, oh, there you go, has the date as well, 1991. You know, it's still brand new, unissued. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, that looks so neat. So I got it. And in here we have, not fleece, but, you know, some kind of soft material, basically. Some pretty soft material. I have to say I prefer the fleece, but this is good enough too. And it's got the old style clips, you know, to be able to secure it to Alice gear, as well as Alice clips here and loops for your belt, and potentially another another small pouch, which I actually have, that you could put, you could clip on here and just use, for, I guess, water purification tablets or what have you. But yeah, I just didn't like it, so I just left it as is. And yeah, I guess these are some of my favorite, some of my absolute favorite canteen covers, just because I love the camo pattern. And yeah, they're still really well built. This one is built pretty much, according to USGI standards and, quality materials. This one is out of canvas, but still I really, really like it nonetheless. But I use this as, I don't use this. This is purely a collectible because it's too nice to use, basically. And what we have here, moving on, is one in Woodland. Now, I don't think that this is USGI, simply because look at the webbing there compared to how well stitched that is. So, but the quality of the pouch seems pretty much identical to some original USGI ones out there. Also, the quality of the webbing in here, the fleece, everything about it is still really good quality. So why not? This was cheap. I decided to get it. Couldn't help myself. Love Woodland. And obviously that would look really nice on a Woodland medium Alice. And yeah, so that had to be in my collection. And I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. And last but not least, we've got, canteen holders. This one is by Eagle Industries, whereas those ones down here are by Blackhawk. And they're pretty much the same design, They've got the mesh at the bottom, really nice mesh, really strong mesh in both cases. And yeah, they've got the surface mount buckles in both cases. These ones, the Blackhawk ones, have a little side pouch for your water purification tablets, whereas the Eagle Industries ones do not. But to be fair, I never really use that little pouch anyway. I load up with clean water. I don't mess around with purifying tablets or anything of that nature. But yeah, these are really good, for example, to have on packs. I don't think these are very effective when it comes to attaching them to, say, a vest or at least to a pack where you're thinking of accessing them as on your sides, say, as if you would wear USGI Y harness and you would just have a couple of canteens, one on each side. These are incredibly hard to get in and out of because the opening is so snug, that it's such a tight fit in there, and they will not fit, for example, the canteen cup. They just won't. I suppose I could try, but I don't think I'd. If I managed to get it in, I don't think I'd ever get it out. So it's a pain in the ass, and they're not designed for that. So yeah, these are really good. For example, as I mentioned, just to accessorize your packs with, but definitely not very handy in terms of quick access. There's nothing quick about it. You definitely have to put your pack down and really yank, the canteen out of there. And same goes for when you have to put it back in. You really kind of have to move it around and just push it, and it doesn't just slide effortlessly inside the canteen pouch. It really is super secure in there, which is nice. It's really nice to have it like that too. It's just a different design, but it works better on having this, mollied on onto your pack, just because it won't be swaying around, as opposed to what might happen with, Alice clips. It might bounce around a little bit, but, with a Molly compatible pouch, you don't have that problem. So, yeah, I guess let's move on. Now, here comes the interesting part as well. As you can see, there's several 2-quart canteen pouches. Got a standard one here, an OD. Can't go wrong with that. There's always a use for those. And it was cheap, so I figured why not. And here's a really nice one, and what probably prompted this whole video, simply because this is quite a rare piece. And unfortunately, I just sold this, but I got some really good money for it, so I figured I put it up for sale. I didn't really want to sell it, but I put it up for sale thinking if I get good money for it, then I wouldn't mind parting with it. And I just waited. Got a few offers that were pretty close, but I figured, nah, I'd rather keep it. And even now, I have to say, I'm extremely sad to see this one go, just because I absolutely love chocolate chip camo. And yeah, as you can see, what does it say there? Cover, water canteen, 2-quart collapsible, and a SEN number, medical, what does it say? Medical supplies? Can't really read the rest, but yeah, really, really funky, and really, I guess there's people out there that love this just as much as me, because they paid a pretty penny for this, definitely. Whereas I got a really good deal on this. Just a standard, I'd say just a standard deal, on a 2-quart canteen, but I was able to sell this for a considerable amount of profit. So why not? I figured. 1991, there's the year there. And, the instructions. Filling instructions, I guess you have to have those as well, why not? Just give you a little close-up, so if you want to pause it and just read it in your own terms, feel free. But yeah, just a really cool canteen cover. What can I say, guys? Chocolate chip camo, 6-color desert. I absolutely love this camouflage pattern. And there's definitely a couple of packs that I could use this on. But again, I got some good money for it, so I figured, you know what? Seeing as I don't really use it and it's more of a collectible, I suppose I could sell it. I'm probably going to regret it. I'm definitely going to regret it. But what can I say? It's sold now, so I guess this was just the last time I ever see this beautiful 2-quart canteen cover. And the thing about it is that it also has the matching sling, which is always handy if you just want to carry this as a standalone water canteen without necessarily clipping it onto your pack. Then you can always do that, and it's always handy if you want to carry it around or just hook onto a tree or something, it's always nice to have this. So what can I say, guys? I'm afraid this guy is gonna have to go. So sad to see this guy go. But let's keep moving on. What we have here is a Woodland 2-quart canteen, and now this one I was a little bit dubious because I don't know about the stamp. As you can see, it looks almost too crisp. I thought this might have been a replica, but it does feature the same quality of nylon and the same finishing touches. It's got the see if I can you see that, guys? 2-quart canteen, collapsible, cover, water, there we go. NSN number. Can't seem to be able. There we go. You see that better. Cover water canteen 2-quart color. So I'm thinking this is original, just because it's well stitched at the back as well. You know, it's got the stamps. So I'm fairly certain this is original. It does not have the instruction manual on the inside here, but I think the only one that had it until now that I managed to see was the desert one, because this other one, which I know is original, the OD one, doesn't seem to have it either. So it's not that's not necessarily a sign of it being a replica. And as you can see, the stitching is fairly similar. See if I can see that. Well, actually, no, it's slightly different, but it still looks like good stitching. You know, it doesn't look like out of place. So I'm not so sure about this one. I'm gonna say that this is probably original, but then again, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain this kind of looks like it could be original. But yeah, I had purchased this with another purchase, you know, the sling strap. So I figured I'd throw that on. Always having one of those is, you know, again, like I said, it's just handy to have one of those. And then moving on, we've got another pouch. This is MOLLE compatible, which is really nice. And this is an OD. This is by DuPont Design Defense Systems, which is a brand that I've kind of come across here and there, and they do make really good tactical gear. And this is obviously nothing short of, you know, impeccable stitching, everything, really good quality. As you can see, has the Velcro opening, has the rubberized, rubberized inner lining to the pouch. And yeah, it's just a neat pouch, I guess. And the fact about it, which makes it special, obviously, is that it's MOLLE compatible. So that's really handy for some packs. There's several packs that I'm thinking of using this on. But yeah, just a really good good canteen cover by this brand, which yeah, makes some pretty good gear. And last but not least, guys, we've got a MOLLE 2 Woodland MOLLE compatible canteen carrier. There we go. So yeah, guys, and this one, again, when I saw this one, I was like, ooh, this is sexy, you know, and MOLLE compatible. So again, I could definitely use this on one of my rucks. And I definitely prefer having the MOLLE compatible straps versus the Alice clips, just because they're a bit more secure. Regardless of whether you attach it to a MOLLE compatible pack or not, I still feel that the straps are just a bit more secure as opposed to the standard Alice clips, which again just feel like this whole thing would, you know, wobble all over the place. And that's why you kind of need the sling in order to secure the 2-quart canteen around your pack if need be. But I guess that's it, guys. I guess I wanted to showcase this little collection of canteen covers and canteens and what have you. And I guess that's about it. As I mentioned, I sold that one just today, and that kind of prompted this video, because I figured, hey, at some point I want to document that it was here. And yeah, I'm just sad to see that go. But other than that, you know, I probably should stop hoarding canteens and canteen covers. But you know, if I find a good price, like I said, I mean, this pack, again, I found a really good price on 3 canteens. And so I got the 3 canteens for this pack. This pack. Also, I found a good deal on another 3 canteens, and guess what? I just bought those and put them in this pack, so there's just ready to go. I don't have to, switch out the same canteens depending on which pack I end up taking out for a hike. I just take the pack, fill up the canteens, and go. So, yeah, if they're cheap, why not? At least, that's the way I feel about it. A lot of my packs now are starting to feature more and more their own kind of like canteen and canteen cover. Simply because if I find a good price, I just accessorize my pack with them. And water for me is the number one resource. I'm always baffled when I see other people's kits at how little water most people take. They'll take a bunch of random stuff with them out, and that they'll most likely never use. But they'll start out with little to no water at all. Maybe they'll just go out with a water filter. And I just think to myself, how is that practical? I mean, if you just want a swig of water, are you seriously going to be filtering it, or, using the filter somehow, or the purification system or whatever? Just carry some water with you, You got to at least start with something, and then if that runs out, then you can think about using, your water filters and what have you. But please, guys, carry some water with you. That's all I can say. Because I don't know how some people do it, at least, just because I'm probably, somewhere on the opposite spectrum in terms of how obsessed I am with water, and even carrying extra water that I don't need just for peace of mind. I do that quite often, at least, during my day hikes, especially during my day hikes, or any kind of hiking. But also in the urban environment, water is key. I mean, water is life, guys. So definitely carry more water than what you'd expect to drink is basically my main recommendation, I guess, and the main premise, I guess, for this video as well is just, yeah, guys. What can I say? I hope you enjoyed this episode, getting quite lengthy now. Featured all the canteen covers that I have. I have countless more of these OD ones, but I'm not just going to throw them all in here. I just figured to give you an idea of all the different variations of canteens that I have, and at least at this present moment in time. And hey, I'm sure there's at least one out there that you might think, oh, that's a cool one. So what can I say, guys? I hope you enjoyed this little episode, and as always, I will see you on the next one.